Oh my god. Hello everyone, welcome to my broadcast. It's been a long time since I broadcasted. The last time I broadcasted was on my Fire Dragon, and well, my Fire Dragon got deleted by YouTube, so I'm not very happy with that. Lost a lot of a hell of a lot of different videos that I streamed, mainly 7 days and shit like that.
The very boundaries.
So today I'm just doing a quick
beyond the passage
episode,
of our highways,
which would
like wild places of the
be a
world,
good start.
where untamed savages
I'm on
make
the
endless
official
war
server
upon each
at
other.
the moment, or official server of
Cannot pass
3228.
into the endless
easy
wastes
server.
enslaved.
PvP.
The bonding prevents it. Return. Follow the road. Any road. All roads.
First thing you're going to want to do as soon as you start the game is press L2 for kick, roll dodge, climb up anything, doesn't matter what it is, just to get the first little basic stuff out of the way. Right at the beginning here, you're going to want to pick up some stones, just like enough so you're able to make the basic tools. Again, is another part of your journey. I understand a lot of the certain servers will lag and other servers won't lag. Lucky for us, we started here. There is actually a place here somewhere you can go. I'll give you full cover. There you go. Full cover, and there's your find shelter journey stuff unlocked. I don't normally have my journeys up on my listing on my screen. You can turn them off in the options, and you can also turn off that stupid help stuff that tells you about how to jump and how to run, which I think is stupid. So keep that there. Obviously, if you've come from Dark Souls, then you will excel quite well in this game. The basic mechanics is pretty much the same. Enemies will take a lot to take down, and certain boss enemies will be the same. And obviously they do devastating amounts of damage to you from hitting you. And today I'm going to show you how to get up the levels a bit quicker, instead of having to fuck around low levels and stuff. So anyway, I think first thing first, we need to find some clothing here. As much as I enjoy running around with my penis hanging out, I think it's probably better that I put some sort of clothing on. So first thing first, you're going to want to make yourself coarse armor. All you need is some plant fiber. You just click square on this and grab yourself some plant fiber and stuff. There's also sticks around, branches, you're going to need those. Also, like, you know, make sure you got like at least like a decent amount of stone. I usually just stick to 100 stone, that usually does it. There you go, 100 stone. Right, and then put my shit here. Okay, then first eat, so you again gain a level. Drink, so you gain the journey steps for drink. Yeah, we got some tatty ass bloody coarse armor. Now what you're going to want to do, like, you know, at the beginning you're going to need some sticks and stuff. Don't bother picking this shit up, just whack it with the axe. As you can see, I get 6 from whacking it with an axe. Whilst if I'm just picking it up, I get 2. There you go, I just got 8 from that one. Okay, that one doesn't want to be done. Obviously, some of these sticks won't allow you to whack it, but some of them do, some of them don't. It just depends on how they're sticking out of the ground. Anyway, you're probably going to want to pick this up, this little journal thing, give you a little story and whatnot about, you know, how he died and shit. I think the pros and cons to this game, if you come from Ark Survival, I guess that sort of knowledge is kind of handy, I guess, because obviously you still do taming in this game, like you'll knock out like a slave and shit, and it's like drag him back to base. Okay, now we got that. I'll make a pickaxe. I'll make a torch, because again, torch is part of your journey. Turn the rest into twine. You're going to want twine. Twine is usually used for quite a number of things in the game. You're going to want a bit more plant fibre on top of it though. We've got our pickaxe. Stone. Alright, now we want to get out the starting area. In the starting area, you're safe. To a degree, you're safe. Because other players can't block this off. So you're not going to get hit as soon as you jump in the game. Plus, fools will only attack during raid time. Which is handy as hell now. The fact that people used to place fools near the entrance here, and it would like... you'd end up dying before you even get in here. Which is quite a bastard. Alright, so anyway, yeah, you want to use a pickaxe against one of these trees, get some bark. Again, that's your journey as well. And now that we're up to level 5, you want to spend some skill points. Most people, you know, go to strength or fatality to start with. I tend to go in encumbrance first, get that up to 10, and then go for something else. You can always change your stats at any time you wish anyway, so it doesn't really matter that much. I tend to unlock a few bits and pieces. I unlock the weapon, unlock the shield, normal stuff. So yeah, let's go ahead and make a sword. And what do we need for a normal shield? There we go, we can make a shield as well. There's a dedicated weapon. Go. Kill an enemy. Slay, as it calls it. You can use a pickaxe or hatchet on it, but obviously a pickaxe will get you more hide than anything else. It's not like Ark Survival like that. There's 2 of them now. I'll do that. The server is quite full already, but you know, we'll see. Alright, the warriors. Alright, let's see who's actually on. Oh my god, there is a lot of people on. Okay, good few level 60s. Good load of different. Different type of tribes and clans. We'll wait for this. Attack! Each weapon will have a different attack effect as well. Swords will do cripple, which will slow an enemy down. And such and such. Yes. Some feral flesh. My throat feels dry, so you want to fill up your water thing. You're going to want a campfire. You want to just get your torch out just for the actual journey. Okay, my stomach hurts. Fine. Just place down a campfire, put some feral meat in there. There's another journey unlocked. Eat a filling meal. And as you can see, I'm already level 9 already, so you know, thought we put some more points into encumbrance. Okay. Next, you're gonna want to find an enemy to block an attack. A lot of people, when starting out on this game, starting with the daggers is usually the best bet because it causes a bleed effect. And even if you're in the noob, I call it noob armor because it really is just like newbie armor. But if you're in like the Silent Legion gear, which is like, you know, the strongest of the strongest armor in the game, it's extremely heavy, like really, really heavy. You know, unless you have like 10 encumbrance, you're not carrying that without walking extremely slowly. And a lot of people will go for the two-handed sword because, you know, there's a two-handed sword in this game that is the most powerful in the game. Me, I don't like Silent Legion armor. One, mainly for the fact that you can't wall dodge when you're in Silent Legion. I won't be able to wall dodge like this. I'll just do this stupid little pushback, which is not dodging, and you can still take blows quite easily. Secondly, if someone gets the upper hand on you with daggers, stone daggers even, and inflict them with like bleed times 10, bleed times 15, they're gonna die either way, no matter what armor they're wearing. Now, what I usually do is I check around to see if any buildings are decayed. That's one of the things you need to remember, is that certain buildings, if you leave them for too long, they'll decay after a while. Eggs. I think they're the only enemies that won't actually attack you on sight. Well, except for the red versions. The red versions will definitely attack you on sight. And then you've got these things that they call them ogres, but they call us an ogre. I'd call it a weak piece of crap. Look, I'm killing it by killing it. That's how weak these things are. Look, I kicked it to death. That's how weak they are. But, I guess they're still a little bit handy, I guess. Right, who is this? Still the same people. Right, it looks like that we're going to take it onto this base, I'm guessing. Oh no, this is still GG. Alright, you're going to see one of these altars around, click on it. That'll give you another level because then I gave it the gods. So many buildings here. Jeez. Also, what you're going to want to do is, I think I saw one back here. So I'll have a look. Yeah, I did see one. Alright, there's a pit of Yogg right here. This is my god at the moment. Yogg is my god. So I go in this, right, and I put in the stone, and I put in some sticks. Oh, it's bone. Oh, god damn it. Oh, it's bone. Okay, well, I'm bound to come across another one of them on the path somewhere. But what you're going to want to do is, like, use something like that, use somebody else's god, something, just to, you know, get your, the next journey bit unlocked for interacting with the gods or whatnot. The manifestation of zeal or something, whatever they want to call it. You can get shellback shell from these. It's like really rare. You know, if you're gonna make a shell shield, but by the time you manage to like get one, get enough to make the shield, after that it's pretty pointless. It really is really pointless to even bother making a shield anymore. Okay, now we got oh shit. Right, block an attack. Catch a fish. Bang, there you go, gain the level. I am going to have a little look in the fort to see if they put any... No, they haven't. All of this is decayed. So it means if there's a base nearby, that's got the same name, it's going to be decayed. Which means you can then manually destroy that building. And it will destroy the whole building in one go. Meaning that all their items is now yours. You can just pick them up and do whatever with them. Some buildings you'll come by and they're like really good shit in there. You've got like stuff that you're not even supposed to have at this level yet. Some people might even have a star metal ore, so you can like pick that up and then use that to fucking get your journey unlocked for Fallen Star, which is used to get you a decent amount of EXP. You can probably ask the higher players to make you something that's really high up for you to be able to place. Okay, that's not decayed, that building. But we're bound to come across a building here somewhere that will be decayed. You don't have to go to the door to see if they're decayed. You can just go up to the building and click on it. If it gives you the option of demolish, it will allow you to demolish the whole lot. Dismantle does a certain piece, but unless you own the actual building, it's pointless. I really don't know why they make all that noise. Need to do that. I'm gonna show you where there's a good starting base to start off with, and then if you want like an unraidable base, then your best bet is to go on top of a cliff or something like that, like a pillar, example. There's an example, like that one there, that pillar right there. You could probably do it on that one, yeah. You just go round with pyramids all the way round, and then put either black ice or reinforced stone fences down to stop people from climbing up, and then put an elevator at the top going down, and then during raid time you just take the elevator away, and then it's impossible to climb up to your base then. And plus they can't place an explosive unless they've got solid ground to place it on. Which means they have no choice but to use their god against you. And funny enough, the Pit of Yog god doesn't actually do any damage to buildings. It just kills all your fools, like archers, fighters, sort of thing. Also, with your fighters, you're going to want to put all your fighters and give them daggers. Because obviously inflicting people with bleed is devastating. Even better yet, you can get the poison blades from a certain god. I think it's Mitra. No, it'd be Seth. And what you do with them is that giving them to them, it will also cause a poison effect as well as bleed. And get that poison high enough, and damn, you know, no one's standing up to that. Now, with this episode, I just wanted to like point out all the different places you could build that would be pretty safe for you, but also wanted to point out a good starting base. If you're just starting on a server, you're new to the server, and you don't know where you're going and stuff, it's always good to know a good place to build. I know a lot of people will tell you, oh yeah, go for the crevice. 9 times out of 10, and I mean like, you know, you'd have to be extremely lucky to get on a server, an official server, and find someone not built in the crevice. The crevice is like the #1 spot that anyone will take. Even though it's extremely easy to raid, people want it because of the fact of how open it is. Yeah, I don't really want to fight a salamander. No, I'm on live on YouTube. Now, obviously, I'm on PS4, so I can't cancel out any of this. I can't edit the video or anything, so you know. One done where? Where's the coal? Oh, okay. Right, you've got a nice old camp there for your balls and stuff. Now, see if anyone's taken this. Yep, they have taken this. Alright, this is one of the hot spots. Not just up there, you don't want to be up there, you don't care about up there. But down here. See, in here... Oh shit, somebody been raided. Holy crap. Addicted. See if anyone's on for addicted. No one. Alright. So the only problem I've got is that other players. Okay. Alright, you've got like, you know, all this little space here you can build in. It's completely protected from the outside. As you can see, people have already blown it to Kingdom Come. And if you're lucky, people have left stuff behind. Like this, you know, there's a bit of leather here, you can grab that. Your main thing you're going to look for is tools, anything tools left behind. Any weapons left behind, any tar left behind, any bark left behind, any iron ingots left behind, steel ingots, hardened steel. By the looks of things, there's nothing left behind. This is actually a good setup, actually, right here. Like, you want to grab that. That in there, that in there. Right, actually, head that way. Put that in there. Boom. Right, Let that cook. Oh, you had a ruler pane in there as well. My god, I didn't even think you could fit one in here. Anyways, you can see he's made his whole base out of reinforced bricks. Now, reinforced bricks, the downfall is it takes so long to make reinforced bricks. Like, so long. Because first you have to, like, make bricks. To make bricks, to make 10 bricks is 100 stone into a furnace. Alright, he's got a map from it. I'll explain this to you in a second. Anyway, 100 stone into a furnace will make 10 bricks, right? That's going to take, to smelt that is, without a fall in the smelt, is probably going to take at least, I don't know, half an hour. After that half an hour, you know, you've got yourself 10 bricks. Then you're going to want to mix anchor with twine to make stone collars on. Now, stone collars on is used to make the bricks into hardened bricks, and again, without smelter, that's going to take a long time of smelting. Like you're looking at least half an hour. Now, right, let me just put this back on. Okay. You're gonna then want, with all that, you're gonna need your steel reinforcements and your shaped wood. Shaped wood's easy, you know, you put 100 wood into a carpenter's bench, there's 10 shaped wood, and it doesn't take long. Steel reinforcements, again, if you live in the Highlands, and I'll show you where the Highlands is, it's all of this area here, this here, all the way up to here, and also anything in the north, camps you find in the north. Well, all the enemies will drop you steel bars, near enough. 9 times out of 10 you'll get steel bars. Once you've got these steel bars, you can turn the steel bars, put a blacksmith, rank 2 I think it is, into a blacksmith bench, and it will only cost you 1 steel bar per steel reinforcement. Yes, they take a long time to craft, but again, you know, you can leave them crafting. Now, to be able to do a whole structure of stone bricks, you're going to want to either level up high enough so you can unlock the improved furnace, mainly because it has higher capacity, so you can do more at one given time. You're going to also want to put at least 20 points into survival, so you can have, so you gather materials twice as fast, basically double the yield. You're also going to want smelters onto all the furnaces. You're going to need at least 6 furnaces going at the same time. If you use improved, you can put 1,000 stone in each, and that's 100 bricks per pop. And then you want to put in your stone collars on to make it into hardened bricks. I think the foundation costs you 8 hardened bricks, plus steel reinforcements and shaped wood. Most people will go for black ice because it's cheaper. Now, there's a few places on the map you can find black ice. It's mainly in the snow area. But what you want to do with the black ice is, let me just set for that. Not there. Okay. You want to go to get black ice. You can either go onto the cliffs here, and there'll be black ice up there. You can also find black ice in certain patches, I think it's like here-ish. But the main place everyone goes is the Frost Temple that is located up here, because it is jam-packed with black ice. And unlike reinforced bricks. Black ice you harvest with a pickaxe. You get it in stacks upon stacks, and it's like, you know, come back with like 2,000 black ice, and that's enough to make a whole entire base out of black ice. You know, and you got like, you know, it still takes steel reinforcements, and it takes insulated wood, not shaped wood. Oh, sounds like someone's in here. Right, there we go. Got food. I'm just going to check a few more of these benches to see if there's anything else left behind. Doesn't look like there's anything left behind. When people do raids, they tend to take everything, even the littlest of items. Like sometimes, like, you could have a blacksmith rank 1, and they'll take that just out of spite. Anyway, as you can see, he also built up here as well, and this all got smashed to smithereens. This is the problem for building on land. Building on land will always pose a problem. Let's have a look. Yeah, there's nothing else here. They've already opened it all up. Blown it to Kingdom Come. Have they left anything at all behind? They left some seeds and stuff. Don't really need to worry about that right now. We're going to do gardening later on. Come on, get in there. Should have more leather. Oh, God. Again, the inside of his base is only sandstone, so it's probably an easy raid. I'll take some honey. Sure. That was completely fucked then. Just a normal pitty yog. Alright, you're going to want to run past all these birds to start off with. You're going to want to focus on your base before anything else. Now, I guess I might have to explain it. Alright, the jungle has a lot of high trees. You build a pyramid around the whole entire that, you know, like pyramid, pizza slice, foundation wise. I'll show you what I mean. Unlock that. No point into that, okay. Earn a perk, that's pulling me up another level. 3 points in my vitality, so I give me more health. Right, these foundations, sandstone wedge foundations. You put them like, say, about where my dot is here, that high up, and around, and then put the elevator coming outwards so it comes all the way down to the floor. Now, during the day, you know, when it's not raid time, you don't really have to worry that much. People can't open your doors, they can't destroy nothing unless it's raid time. So that would be an unraidable base right there. It's not the tallest tree in the jungle, I'll give you that, but I'll show you where the tallest tree is in the jungle, because it's right next to where where our starting base is. The reason why I use why I grabbed shellfish, because shellfish is high quality, high grade, and it will heal you for a decent amount, as long as you're not getting shot at. Another good thing about the jungle is the water everywhere. Well, I'm nearly there. Some people build in these trees because some of these trees have like a massive hole going through them. Not that one obviously, but I'm almost there. The bad side is you got a lot of spiders in this area. It's quite irritating. They spit at you and they slow you down, put you in poison. Just one side to side half the time. They ask me to put them poison, and half the time they'll get a shot on dead on right every time. Really, really irritating. Right, if it isn't taken, no it. Right, this is where you're going to want to have your starting base. Not many people know about this cave. It's just a simple cave, there's no enemies inside of it. It's just a load of glowing goop. And obviously you can't break any of these walls, so the only entrance you have to worry about is this beginning bit here. If you place foundation about here-ish, I think it is, wouldn't it? No, about here-ish. You crouch down, make it higher. You're going to need it at least about 4 high. You know, 4 clicks high. Or actually, I'll place a foundation just to show you. Have I got enough? Yeah, I've got enough. I'll make 1 foundation. Right, you're going to want to place it probably about here-ish. You're going to want it about that height, so you can see the bottom cut. See how it shows like the slice or the line or whatever. You want it about here-ish, and then place. And then you're going to want to connect them up. I actually probably should have done that a little bit. No, that's fine. Want to connect them up all the way across and all the way across there. Stack them up. Make a stairs so you go up onto it. And then connect the foundations all the way in and all the way around. All connecting to this one here. And then build it however you want to build inside. There's like various ways you can do it. So let me unlock fencing here. What I also do for fence foundations, once I've built all of this, I will then double stack it. Now, if you don't understand what double stack is, it's when you build your foundations and then you place a fence foundation in front of it. That's the double stack. Which means when they blow it, the fence foundation will take the first impact. Then they have to go through the next wall. Obviously, if you build that a little bit further out, you can like probably make it like 3 foundations thick. So they have to blow through 3 lots of foundations. Right, just repairing my torch here. Doesn't really give off that much light, does it? You can actually hit these with a pickaxe to gain more glowing goop out of them. So you see you get like 8 and 6s, whilst if you're just picking them you only get 2. Glowing goop is good for glowing essence and other various stuff. It grows a lot in a lot of areas around the jungle. But as you can see, it's a good starting area. It'll just be like one floor. You put like a light on the ceiling, like a hanging light or whatnot, and a couple of braziers inside, you know, to light up your place during the night. And you got a decent amount of resources here as well. You got all your plant fiber here. You've got all your trees here. You got stone around here in various places. Like a decent amount. The little problem in this area is that you've also got these poisonous bugs that live up on top. As long as you don't go any further than here, you're usually fine. They don't normally come down. And then you got all these trees here. One second. Got more plant fiber here. Got more rocks here. You got more trees here. Decent amount of stone. To get your base up and running, that is. There's more stone there. There's a good amount of stone and stuff. Anyway, this tree right here is the tallest one in the jungle. This one stretches up really high up. If you get like put 10 points into grit and go climb completely naked, you could probably make it nearly to the top. But obviously, if you put 15 points to the grit, then damn, you're definitely making that all the way up to the top. You want to put your pizza, you know, your wedge foundations round, fences on that, and then put a couple of archers as well, just in case someone do come up there. Maybe a fighter up there, put some daggers in his hand. Having close combat with someone like that. For the starting, don't bother putting fences on there for the starting area. Because if you put a fighter up there, the fighter won't fall off. Why other players that climb up there will then have to fight them, and if they roll dodge, half the time they'll roll dodge straight off the thing, fall to their death, and then you just have to come down and pick up all their shit off their body. And easy loot like that. There is a lot of arseholes on these servers. You'll come across so many different people on these servers that will, like, they won't fight fair. It won't be 1v1. It'll be like 10 of them v 1 of you. And all 10 of them will be in Silent Legion with the best weapon in the game. While you're standing there in like a dear little coarse armor like this with some stone daggers. Now obviously if you're used to Dark Souls, then you're used to the numbers being stacked against you. Blocking, obviously if you get attacked from behind, the block doesn't apply. So, you know, there's no point with that. Daggers is handy as long as you can roll dodge enough. It doesn't matter how high you get your grit, you're only going to be able to roll dodge 4 times before running out of stamina. You can have no points or 50 points, it's still going to run out nonetheless. I think it's agility that can do that. Yeah, nimble tumbler. When dodging your... oh no, not that one. Wait, what? And what is it for roll dodge then? Oh, there you go. 50 points in the grit. Artful dodger. Dodging costs less stamina. It's just half as less. So, okay, you can dodge 8 times, but you've now sacrificed 50 points in the grit. You can only get one of your stats to 50. So, you know, if you want to waste all of them on to grit, then just so you can dodge roll a little bit longer, that's up to you. I tend to put no more than 20 points into strength. On one of the other servers, so I'm already level 60. I have 20 points into strength, so I get the salt in the wound, 25% more increased damage when affected by a negative effect. and seeing that all the weapons cause a negative effect, so you're always going to deal that extra 25% more damage. Plus thuggery, each blow you strike with a truncheon deals 100% more concussive damage, which means you can knock out the fools quicker. I put 30 points into Vitality, mainly because of the third perk, Fierce Fatality. You'll gain a natural health regen all the time, which is handy in loads of different scenarios. Also Impervious, all temperature effects are diminished, which is kind of handy in a certain way, in certain parts. And Deep Breath, your breath timer is doubled, so you're able to stand and walk for double the time. Plus it increases your health pool, so you have more health. Unless you're an archer, I would say don't put nothing into accuracy. Accuracy is only handy if you're using a bow. Like agility. Agility is only handy if you're going to use like any of this, like extended leap, jump while in the air to do a second jump, or when dodging your armor counts as one weight class lower than normal, which means heavy armor you're able to well dodge. Effortless leap, jumping no longer costs stamina. Cat-like, falling damage is halved, but then again, you know, as long as you grip on the wall, you're fine with that. And Iron Endurance, some people put 10 points just for that, because it reduces the amount your stamina will go down from sprinting. I put 30 points into Encumbrance, mainly because sometimes I put 31, because of the fact that flawless version of the medium armor or light armor or heavy armor will give you plus 9 in encumbrance, putting you up to 40 encumbrance. But 30 points, you got the pack mule, increases your carry weight increase by 10%. That's a guaranteed 300 encumbrance like that. Plus sure-footed, crippling effects are less severe. Balance and counterbalance, you deal 10% extra melee damage while over encumbered. But swing 10% less stamina when not over encumbered, which is handy in both ways. When you're like level 60 already and you want to do a good metal run or whatnot, people will put 50 points into encumbrance, 20 points into survival. Mainly because 50 points momentum. When you're over encumbered, you can still move at full speed, so it doesn't take you long to get back to your base with being over encumbered. And you can be over encumbered by 3,000%. 20 points in survival is handy. Hard worker, you harvest resource nodes twice as fast, which is really handy when building quicker. Raw and bloody. You will no longer get food poisoning from any food, raw food that you eat from then on. Obviously, you can still get food poisoning from clams and from like putrid meat. You'll still get food poisoning, but you won't get it from anything else. So yeah, I stick with 20 points in strength, 30 into fatality, 30 into encumbrance, 20 in survival, and the rest goes into grit. Usually puts grit up to about 13. Grit is handy in a way, I guess. The third point in it, where it says iron hard muscles, you gain a natural resistance to damage. That's not actually all that much. It only puts your armor value up by 6. I wouldn't say that's worth taking. Seeing that Silent Legion armor puts your armor value up to 880 is, you know, an extra 6 is like no big deal. Now, the main tree that most people do use for their actual, you know, base building is a tree that's down here. This one right here, because it's like flat on the top, and you can build on the branches, which is handy as well. You can build on the branches of the other one as well, but this one being closer to the barrier is usually handy as well. And plus the elevator's handy as well. And plus most people have to put up with the poison enemies that spawn up there as well. So they're going to have to kill them as well. So yeah, this area is right here. Oh shit, I'm being chased. What am I being chased by? Oh, there you go, there's one of the poison creatures now. So you can block most of the attacks, you know, it doesn't really matter half the time. That should even hit me, that shouldn't block that, but okay, it's hit me anyway. And just to get rid of it, you know, you just run over here or something, you know, like sit here, climb up here. And then, you know, doesn't matter now. He'll ignore you after a while and go away. Yep. Sometimes, obviously, he'll notice you again and then carry on trying to get to you, but he can't climb up here, so it's no big deal. If you do manage to take an enemy off a cliff, it will, 9 times out of 10, they'll die on the impact, even if it's just like a 2-foot drop. But if you manage to take them off, that is. But yeah, this cave right here is a good starting area. Build up here, and you got this lovely little cave right here. Build in, and it's quite well hidden, so not many players come over here, so you don't really have to worry about that. If you come over to here though, you've got like a bandit camp just over here. Also like a few spiders as well, which is quite irritating, and a few crocodiles as well. I find the spiders more annoying than anything else. Right, you got that little bandit camp up there. There's usually a cook and a dancer up there, so you got like an easy dancer to tame and an easy cook to tame. There's also fighters and archers up there as well, so you know you can catch yourself a fighter and archer. Some people will allow their fighter to follow you around, so you can like have like a helping hand to fight enemies. Anyway, if you carry on down this path, past the gorillas and come to like this cove area here, there's like this huge bandit camp there where you can actually find yourself a few named thralls, and you can also find yourself a lot of the enemies will drop you iron ingots as well, which is handy, and various other tools that can be handy as well. You can also find yourself a pickaxe here. You can also get yourself a couple of iron tools, maybe if you're lucky a steel tool. But yeah, you just come through this boneyard here. There'll be a few normal enemies in here, a few birds to start with, and then it'll be just normal thralls running around that trying to attack you. Like this one here, just an archer and whatnot. But yeah, you're going to want to unlock as many locations as you can on the map. That'll get you a decent amount of XP as well. Put you up the levels. I tend to find getting up the levels the easiest is fighting dragons over in the Red City. The Red City is like located here. It's like red sand. Like drag out a dragon one at a time and just like kill them. And get you a decent amount of XP. If you fight them with like daggers, you'll get like the bleed damage done to them as well, which is handy. Also, when you're swimming, don't worry about your stamina. Your stamina won't, you know, unlike Ark, you won't just drown and sink to the bottom or any of that crap. all your stamina determines is the fact that you're not able to hit any of these rocks while you're down there. You don't really have to worry about enemies down here. Enemies can't attack you while you're in the water. As you can see, there's brimstone down here as well. Good bit of brimstone. Oh, I'm drowning. So just come up for a bit of air. And as you see, my stamina's just about to run out, and stamina gone. See, you still swim nonetheless. Makes no difference. Still dive down. There's also a few chests down here as well, and they all contain like silver bars, gold bars, silver coins, gold coins. There's another chest here. They got like gold coins, another silver bar. Oh my god, I am not used to having less than 10 in fatality. Alright, now when you're established, and you know, you've done a decent amount, and you've got your base, like, you know, brimming up, you're up the levels a bit more, like, say, like 30, 35, something like that. You're gonna then wanna start looking for another base to build. You're never gonna want just one base. That's guaranteed. You're gonna want more than one base. You focus on just one base, and when you get raided, it's like, oh no, I give up with this server, rage quit. And then, you know, they won. But if you have two bases, then at least you've got something to fall back onto if the first one's raided. Like these guys here. Who are these? True warriors. Okay. They don't want to call themselves that. That's up to them. I don't give a shit. But yeah, they've got, you know, some sandstone and shit. That was a different tribe there. I wouldn't say sandstone is the best scenario, but nonetheless. Anyway, you see this island over there? On that island there's a load of spiders on that island, and there's also a spider boss on that island, like a spider queen, whatever. But you can build on that island, which is handy. Building a base on it is quite nice, you know, you put your wall way around, and you can either keep the spawns or, you know, just place a foundation and stop spawns. There's also a chest on that island as well that can only be unlocked when you hit level 60 and you grabbed yourself a skeleton from either being one of the world bosses. Each world boss you come by on the map will have a chest near it. There's not a single world boss that hasn't got a chest near it. Also, there's a few other places here that you can build that are quite nice. You know, you got a decent amount of metal, you got like a load of metal nodes over there. And also, there's a little secret over here that most people don't know about. And I'll show you quickly that secret before I show you the next location of building. You just swim over here, and as you can see, there's a decent amount of metal around. Right, here. Seeing a load of metal nodes there. Then, like, you'd think, well, this is a dead end. Or is it? So you can swim down here. You can actually build under here. You know, you got no air pockets, but you can still build down here nonetheless. You could use that as like a place where you can put your vault down there. It's big, and it's just big enough to put a vault in there. And as you know, using explosives on a vault that's underwater, splash damage doesn't apply. So it's just taking the initial attack. And obviously, being underwater, it's not going to set it on fire. You can't throw orbs while you're underwater. You can't... a god won't be able to attack down under there. So anything that's valuable to you, you can just keep under there and there's no problem. It's a pretty nice little spacious area. It's a shame there isn't no air pockets down there. There's a lot of glowing goop down here as well. It's down there again, my god. Right, now I'm going to show you another good place to build. See, PvE, you don't have to worry about enemy players nicking anything because everything's locked. Your chest, your falls, everything is locked. The only thing they can do is loot your corpse if you die. See, there's another enemy player there. He's just running around. I don't know what the fuck they're doing. But up here isn't a bad location to start building. There will be a couple of NPCs that will spawn up here from time to time, as you can see. But there was metal up here, there's trees up here, and there's stone up here. To do all your like farming and whatnot that you need to do. NPCs can't climb up after you. They haven't added that, so don't have to worry about that. Oh, there's a big base up there. The beams of light mean that they have gods available to summon. That's what the beams of light are. Also, once I've made my gods, every person who has a god with an archpriest inside their gods will suddenly appear on the map. Your base location will be revealed to everyone on the map. No, and then everyone knows that you have a god available to summon. But yeah, it's not a bad place to build up there. There's a couple of gorillas up there as well, and on top there's a few panthers and stuff. But there's a decent amount of resource up there. There's a load of metal up there. There's a load of coal up there. There's a load of trees up there. Obviously there's no stone up there, but you can easily come down for the stone. If you carry on running down here, you got alright, let me get in water here because then I'm pretty much invincible to a degree, so I can show you. Alright, there's like a little oasis up on top here that's like really high up. It's a nice little water spot and stuff. There's also metal that is up there. In the middle here is another crevice, but you can't build in it. That's another full location. Find yourself packed people and whatnot. A few of these islands you can build on. If you go too far out, you'll hit the barrier and die instantly. You can take on one of the dungeons, which are here as well, called the Witch Queen. There'll be an entrance there that will lead you to the Witch Queen. There's also the Black Garden here. You can pick up a Black Lotus and that'll do your journey. Down here you got the Silk Wood, where the giant spiders are, and also where you get a decent amount of gossamer, which you can turn into silk. You got the Sandswept Ruins here, where you talk to a maniac that you trade him like 3 items for Heart of the Sandstorm. The dregs are over here. This is another location for the actual dungeon. There's also a dungeon in the middle here somewhere called the Arena. You've also got a dungeon up here. Yeah, here. The Black Keep. It's quite hard. You got a dungeon inside the volcano as well. Some people do build in the volcano. If you have Silent Legion armor, you can walk around in the volcano and not have to worry about their temperature. You've also got right here, if you dive underwater right here, you know, you're gonna have to have at least 30 points of fatality. At least. And a decent set of armor, cold resistant. Swim underneath, swim straight through, and it will lead you into this little cave opening. And then there's a hidden area that you can build in there. And gods can't attack it. And people can only attack it if they swim through. You got your friendly city here. It's like friendly NPC city. You'll also find merchants here that sell various items for gold coins and silver coins. You got the salt lake. That's you need a gas mask for that, really, or sandstorm mask, whatever, because there's poisonous fumes there. There's also a lot of tower here, 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 and here, and one there, and one there, and you can build on the top of these towers as well, which is quite nice. Some people claim this island here because it's surrounded by water. There's also a bear family that spawn on there. New Asgarth is there, a city there that you can go in and kill the NPCs and gain a hell of a lot of steel ingots. You got the burrows over here, which is like a load of dead people, like glowing skeletons. They're quite difficult to attack, to kill and that. You've also got another dungeon here called the Burrow. You got the den that's over here, where there's like werewolves and thralls that can turn into werewolves. And then another oasis there where you can also learn how to do the god Mitra. There's also here, there's a few caves located along this that some people build in. They're quite handy. And there's also a cave there that leads you from the desert into the highlands. In this area there's a load of dry wood trees, and if you use a pickaxe on it you'll get dry wood and bark, like a lot of it, which is handy. As bark is also handy. It's also where you find elephants and rhinos. So elephant hide and rhino hide. The map room is like, if you go about here-ish, you'll find the archives. You go in there and talk to the ghost, and the ghost will teach you how to make the map room that will allow you to teleport around the map to whatever obelisk you've been attuned to. And there's like 12 altogether. And then let me just drink something, eat something. The frozen zone, your best bet is for black ice or insulated wood for your buildings. That'll keep you warm. For the desert area or the volcano, your best bet is reinforced stone bricks or stone bricks, because that will keep you cool. There's also River's End here. There's a pillar in the middle there. You can build on top of the pillar. If you come down here, there isn't very much resources, but no one comes down here because there's no map location or anything here. So there's no point for anyone to come down here, but again, there's no resources. So, you know, there's a little bit of stone, a little bit of bits and pieces. And this far reaches of the desert, you can build out here as well. It's quite handy. Some people build here so they can catch what they need to in the friendly city. No one usually builds a massive base next to the big city because it'll get raided too easily. But the main thing you're going to want to remember is you want to get somewhere high, somewhere you can guard very well. Also, I'll give you the location as well. Right here is the crevice. It's a cave that you can build in. Now, not many people know this, but if you come up here, and it's about here-ish, there's like an albino bats in there, but you can build in this cave up here. And you can also find black ice up there as well, which is handy. But yeah, I'm going to end my stream here, as I'm not actually going to be staying on this server. It's too well packed. I'm usually on server 3979 or server there's a few others I've got one. Anyway, I'm going to end my stream here, and hopefully this has helped you out a bit. And as you can see, I've already hit level 11 and I barely even tried to get up the levels, and as you can see I went up quite well, quite quick. There's all your journeys, but obviously the ones you're going to want to unlock first are the chapter 10s, and the chapter 10s will give you the most EXP out of all the journeys, but they're the ones you're going to want to unlock. You can make your own clan, you can call it whatever you want. I have come across people that have called it various different names that are very like repulsive or vulgar, or well, names that they shouldn't be able to have. But obviously the game is adult preferenced, so you got your normal effects here. You've got all the stuff you can unlock. There's also 2 things that you have to unlock by searching it. One of them being a shield. It's a Taj somewhere there. That one there, wooden Taj. You have to unlock it by searching it. And there's also the Arconian pickaxe, which also comes with the Arconian sickle, which is further down, no down. Oh wait, no, it'll be up further because it's a alphabetical order. Or maybe not. Where is it? Somewhere. No, it's hard and still. You unlock it at level 60. You have to be level. There it is. Arconian pick and Arconian sickle. It has to be unlocked at level 60. But as you can see in your feat list, see there's no Arconian pickaxe in the list. And the same with the shield. You see, the wooden Taj is not on the list. But yeah, the people who want to unlock the Arconian pickaxe, as it is the strongest pickaxe in the game, will get you the most EXP. You have to search for the Arconian pick. It'll get you the most amount of resources, and it's quite easy to make. And the wooden Taj, you know, it's not exactly great to unlock, but it's great for early on stuff. But yeah, so yeah, I'm gonna end my stream here. Probably be drowning or something, I don't know. I'll put it my body at the bottom of the water. Right down there. Well, if you like this video, then hit a like, comment, subscribe. I don't really care. And yeah, I'll show you episode 2 at another point. Well, thanks for watching, and goodbye.